Keza here, doing another Ironman run. Today's venue is the Dragon's Den map. Let's make sure I can get in and get everything visible. Alright, not gonna need this character in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so this is my Ossytank build. I'll do this. Okay, Ironman qualifications met. So I am curious about a few things here. One of them being if this Slayer I'm using will actually work on these guys, which it appears it will not. That's too bad. It's alright. I brought something else to deal with them. I can use poison and a vanquishing weapon to deal with these humanoid reptiles. And there are a lot of these within the Dragon's Den. If I had a Reptilian's Death Slayer, it would be a bit faster. But I brought a whole bunch of poisoned swords, so I should be alright. My Axer does the most damage of my characters, just flat out damage, so using a vanquishing, supremely accurate vanquishing weapon is going to do me quite a bit of good here. And I brought a huge number of bandages because I'm going to have a lot of fights that go just like that one right there. Next one is you. Not even sure what kind of person you are. Oh, a fencer. Oh, nice. Yeah, these things do quite a bit of damage. All these reptilian humans. Go over this one again. So this character's Slayer, the vanquishing dragon slaying axe, is going to work wonders against a lot of the primary monsters in this zone, which is not what I would call these things. These are scattered throughout the lower area here, but there becomes a lot less of them, and especially towards the boss there aren't going to be any of them. What the heck? Just die already. I'm pretty sure that's a caster, so I'm not going to use poison on it. Just kill it the old-fashioned way. I haven't run this character through any kind of Ironman thing. I really use them in general for a while, so I was tempted to bring them out, run them through this. Kill a giant rat one. Oh, one of those reg bags. It's just going to cost me weight. Get the correct thing tanking. I just want to get past this initial stuff right here so I can show you the more interesting monsters within the zone. Some of them have some cool AoE things and whatnot. I'm definitely going to be speeding up parts of this video. As you can see, there's going to be a good bit of repetition in just killing these monsters. So I am right about to this boss here. The swamp thing. So this should be interesting. I don't think I can poison it. I'm just gonna have to drag it off and get rid of the ads. So these things right here are basically drakes. And I can tank them just fine. The wyvern. So these are wyverns, not wyverns. They do not have poison. They're actually just a drake copy. So it's like a renamed drake with a fancy skin color. But they have the same exact loot. They have the fire breath and everything. So I want to see if I can get all of his ads to come out before I fight him directly. Just to test it, I'm going to try poison. Okay, it has no effect. Let's not waste any charges. Yeah, so no Slayer is going to help bring this down any faster, and I can't use poison on it. I can, however, use that, increase my strength and dex, and make the fight just a little bit more manageable. Luckily, this zone has a pretty long time period, I think 90 minutes. So I can afford some fights that take me a little bit more time, like this one. Getting through the zone. Apparently the slimy pitchforks do a war fork. Oh, that's not a very standardized weapon. That thing hurts. I just thought it'd be funny to show that because I've never seen one before. Well, I guess I've just never looked. I guess that's the fencer in this zone. ID some stuff or drop gold. Nah, I'll drop gold here. Guess I could also drop arrows. Don't really need that. So I'm just clearing out this middle area because I'm going to need to use it for fighting here in a minute. There's another mini-boss coming up. Similar to the first one where it's just, but instead of the swamp thing, I think the second one is just called the Thing. And it has a similar AoE. So working on the second boss now. This one is called the Thing. I don't really know much about it. I'm not really sure what exactly its AoE does, except that it damages pets but not players. And this thing has the occasional chance to poison on a hit. But I don't know if it poisons players or also just poisons pets. These things seem to be kind of like an anti-pet build. And he also seems to keep getting aggroed on me, but then turns back to the Ostard because it's in the aggro position. And again, my Dragon Slayer will not work on this. I'm just hoping the Ostard doesn't have to die. And as far as I know, well, I'll just test it here too. I'm pretty sure the poison will have no effect. Yep. Poison has no effect. So none of these things can be poisoned with deadly poison. You just have to find a way to kill them. And I don't remember if the Reptilian Death Slayers work on these. Wow, he aggroes on you fast if you get in the wrong spot. Well, that's a disappointment. I'm going to have to just let that thing die. Had a crocodile randomly spawned there. It reads as an alligator corpse, because it's basically what it is, but it's a rare zookeeper pet. Or zookeeper tame, I should say. Nothing I can do, this character doesn't have any taming skill. Something just occurred to me. I'm dropping some bandages in case anything right ahead kills me and I need to run back for a corpse recovery. That's not what I wanted to do. Poisoned. It's an embarrassment. Poisoned by a common snake. I just have a few more things I have to kill here, and then I can proceed upward, I think. I might have to go back and kill the other thing. I'm kind of testing out to see if I can get to the boss without killing both of those things. It would be better for time overall if I could. I don't see a clock over here. I'm wondering if there is one. I'll figure that out in a minute. Hurry up and die. Come on. This... Sorry, I'm using a weapon swapping macro that was built for killing elves. So when I switch over to my Dragon Slayer, it says I'm equipping an Elf Slayer. Drake's sure to go down fast with that. So there is also a dragon over there. One of these is a door key. Unlock both sides. Unlock the chest. Let's see what we got. A brown chair. And some platinum and whatnot. Just put the brown chair in there. Oh, and there's supposedly a slayer. Let's hope it's the staff. No. Let's do this instead. Slayer is supposed to be something on the top level. Could be this. Ooh, Scorpion's Bane. But it's a ruin, so that makes it so much better. Alright. Yeah, the rest of that's just going to be junk. Don't think I'm missing out on anything from this chest. I'll ID one more item just for fun. Yeah, that's already garbage. Okay. That was kind of the moment of truth. Can I go upstairs? Yes, I can. Wow, look at all the fun stuff for this weapon. Alright, so obviously I've gotten to the boss of the zone, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to get them to spawn all of their ads before I try to take them on. So there's 2 more, there's 6 in all. And because they spawn in pairs, this zone is also pretty simple if you have a Provo Dexter with a good Dragon Slayer or Reptilian Death weapon. Doesn't make the boss any easier though. It still hits like a ton of bricks, so I'm going to have to hit and run him. A silver instrument that badly. This thing has no hit sound effects. If you can, you definitely want to avoid that AoE. Otherwise, it's like an oddly silent fight. He doesn't hit super hard or anything. It's just a combination of his hits that are pretty quick with that AoE that can be deadly. Let's see. And this is not a trample. Your items are not blessed here, so if you die, corpse recovery is actually kind of problematic. Almost dead now. I've gone 2 strength potions and 2 dex potions. I'm not going to use another set. He's almost gone. Hurry up and die. Boom. Alright. Let's see what we got. ID this stuff immediately. Oh, not actually a huge pile of gold. Sometimes there's like 5,000 gold. Chest key, I will definitely take that. Yeah, an axe of force. A battle axe. Not that great. There's a chance of peck meat on him, by the way. Looks like the best things I'll be getting out of this zone is a chest and a chair. The other items that are good that come from this zone are basically monster statues. Oh, I was like, where's my gold? My plat was right on top of it. Alright, now I can continue looting this. Looks like it's actually done. ID this thing. No. It's always so funny looking for the Slayer. Oh, there it is. It's a dagger of Arachnid Doom. No damage modifier. So yeah, the 2 Slayers you get from these level 7 treasure maps are typically just a complete joke. There's nothing else of value in there. Alright, well, that's too heavy to carry all at once. I want to get it down to the other level though. Let me see if I can offload some other stuff like arrows and then I'll move it. Also, I still have plenty of time left in this zone. 30 minutes, so I'm going to kill some other stuff around here. So in the corner of my screen there, you can see that I haven't met all the requirements to complete this yet. I actually have to kill one more mini-boss that is currently alive. Jeez. This caster is not giving my Ostart any breaks. And I'm paralyzed here. There we go. So you can actually get up to kill the boss, obviously, without doing all of the mini-bosses ahead of time. So I'm working on the, what's going to be the final boss for me now. It's one of the mini-bosses. Second one that's still registered as alive there. I need to get it to dead before this, before I can get the Ironman for this. And as the zone has 90 minutes total, I still have some time to kill him. So this zone is actually pretty easy to Ironman. Pretty much anyone can come in here with a vanquishing weapon on a Dexter Bard or anything like that and get through this on their own. The hardest part is really just dealing with the mini-bosses and the boss. It's just a lot of hit and run. I don't know. I don't think these things can be proboed. So if you're a bard, you're going to have to tank them head on. Having a bit of fun with these last few monsters. I've always been curious how quickly my guy will kill dragons using a vanquishing dragon slayer. But of course it's difficult to test because I can't exactly just walk into Death Star with this weapon on me. It's a pretty normal dragon. It's going down fast. Caster ahead of me. Keeping 30 magery on your character will allow you to use magic reflect, so that is always useful. But you shouldn't get hit too much if you can send your Ostart out ahead of you, like that. Let them get flame striked in the face. And of course now I have completed all of the Ironman requirements. I have about 15 minutes till the zone closes. I'll leave before then. Boss kills, mini-boss kills, and this basically confirms everything is completed, all of them are dead, and your qualifications are true. And you access this menu by double-clicking the map while you're in the zone, and you can look through all that. Map owner. Huh. Interesting. The map owner is on my other character, but the character that walks in with the map seems to be the one that gets, you know, the Ironman award and everything, because my dig character, my treasure map guy, is actually on this same account. So I have to dig it up, log them out in a few seconds, and then get this guy in game. 15 minutes. Well, I don't think there's really anything left to kill around here. I'll kill a drake, and then I'm gonna get all my gold and head out. I think this drake is pretty much gonna be like clear zone 100%. He's dead. Nothing back here. There's a res spot there. There was a guy hidden up here. Seems to have disappeared. Just to be sure. This is like the only clock in the whole zone. Yeah, it closes in 13 minutes. We'll run right all back to the gate. This zone is kind of nice though, because you don't have to do way too much running to get from one end to the other. It has like a weird loop in it where a lot of the monsters are. Alright, so I think that's all the gold there is. I guess I can take these arrows with me. I always like arrows. 34k. 11 plat. Well, yeah, I think that's everything. Yep, not a very difficult zone. I'm not taking either of the slayers with me. Oh, gotta use my use gate macro. Please don't get that gold stuck on my cursor this time around. In case it gets stuck on my cursor, it's just, I really want to try to get it out of here. You know what, I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm just going to, since I don't see anyone in the event center, I'm going to do this. Because using that little portal seems to mess with it. You just grab it from the other side of the fence. Oh, I'm going to be able to see it. Sweet. I can bank from here. The zone should close shortly after I leave it like that. So I should get the Ironman award here in just a second. I don't know, maybe it won't close until the total time is collapsed. Alright, there it is. So it took a few minutes. No, I kind of like the color of that. The Reptile Ironman. So that's how they title it. This is actually my first time doing the Ironman with any character on that. But it was good. I feel like the plat amount is a little less than some other treasure maps. The gold amount is about the same. It was about 34k. So if you get monster statues, I'd say that's worth it. But otherwise, it's not an extremely profitable run. The Dragon's Den has always been notorious for having the poorest loot of all the maps there are. It's been completed. Alright, well that's the whole video, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, somewhat of a sped up tutorial of the Dragon's Den. Pretty easy to do. If you have a Reptilian Death Slayer, you can hurt a lot more of the monsters more quickly than I did. But anyways, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all around in-game.